What a soulful and riveting song about Jesus Christ by the band Typo Negative, very Christian. It's, you know, he's saying Jesus Christ looks like me because we should all be spreading the image of Jesus Christ in our own image, and Jesus Christ should look like all of us.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I really couldn't help but agree more. What we really should be doing is looking for Jesus Christ in ourselves every day.
Yep. Yep.
Welcome back to 777 Yahweh FM.
Whoa!
Yeah.
It's a solid bit.
That was a thing that happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're back. We're playing Zelda yet again. Another day.
Another
dime.
Zelda.
Another Zelda. We're going to fight the boss. We're going to fight the boss real good. We're going to do it. We're going to do it proper. We're going to fight a boss. Anyways, so we left off. I did the movie.
Yes.
I did that for a while. I did a bunch of things during the movie, mostly shooting this fucking bullshit documentary I've been doing for the last fucking ever about this fucking local rapper. It's been great. It's been
yeah, I know you've really enjoyed
quite
that.
Fucking tedious. It's been the most tedious thing in my life right now is fucking shooting this dude's documentary and just fucking gritting my teeth and getting through it as this guy does not fucking understand that I have no time. That, like, he is pulling me to work on my days off to shoot this documentary that I don't care about. But that's been great.
So, yeah,
and that'll probably be done next week or maybe the week after that, you know? That'll be fucking great. Looking forward to finishing that, for sure. Then I can hand it off to someone to edit and fucking never look at it again. God. Alright, we got a boss.
He is.
Oh. But anyways, so immediately after the movie, I get one day off, and then it's on to Radcon. Radcon 3, motherfuckers, into the arena.
There he is.
You know what? You love it. Radcon motherfucking 3. Where do I even fucking begin with the Radcon 3 story? Jesus Christ.
I don't know. It's your story, dog.
I was going into it definitely not jazzed. Definitely tired. Pretty worn out. Struggling to hang in there. Getting up at like 5 in the morning with Hope driving me to the airport.
Yep.
So that I could get on this fucking flight. I consolidated all of my gear into just a backpack and a Pelican case, which was turned out to be a fucking mistake because I took weight. Like, I was thinking I was going to go and shoot music videos with Conrad and stuff. So I'm like, alright, I'm going to bring, like, everything possible. Because from what I was reading online, I was reading this in the context of media cases for, like, news companies and stuff. Like, if you could say that you have media stuff or whatever, and then you, like, get a discount or something. That's how I understood it. And I was looking at price rates for, like, what happens if you go overweight and stuff. Because I was like, I'll just take one case that'll be super overweight, but it'll have everything, and then that'll be cheaper than taking 2 cases, from what I had read and gathered. That was not the case. I shoved everything in one case, it was 10 pounds overweight, and they charged me $100 extra fucking dollars for it. It was fucking ridiculous. So that was a great start to the journey of realizing that I've blown an extra $100, transporting this case, so that was like $125. Then I had this giant fucking heavy backpack. I was looking around, and then like the whole week leading up to it, I was contemplating buying a new light because like all of my fucking lights suck and they're falling apart, and I needed a new light for Radcon, or I wasn't gonna be able to light anything at all. And so I bought a light and had it shipped to the house for Radcon. That was fun. And I'm glad I did, because otherwise, everything at Radcon would have been invisible, because fucking one of my other lights broke as soon as I got there. So I basically had to use that one light the entire time. Everything looks like shit, by the way. Everything from Radcon looks fucking terrible. And it's baffling, because like I've gone and recorded a bunch of stuff since Radcon that is all beautiful, using the exact same shit and like the same technique. Like I didn't do anything differently than I normally do. It's just like a shitty room that is impossible to light well. It is just aesthetically horrible. So if everything from Radcon looks like shit, and you're like, oh, how is Victor getting by as a fucking video professional? That does not represent my work at all. It's a nightmare. God, what the fuck did we do all Radcon, man?
What did
Such
you
a
do?
blur. Like, we showed up. Oh, God, what did I do? I don't feel like we did anything the first day. And then, like, the second day, I think we did the big Nerf battle. That was a patron reward. I can't spoil anything that we did, also.
Right.
Like, so I can't really talk at length about anything that was going on. All I can really talk about is that the house was a fucking nightmare. Okay, so I've been hyped up by like Conrad or someone that the house is super cool, and Conrad loved it a lot. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is a super rad house. It seems like it's supposed to be like a mansion. That seems pretty rad. We'll actually have enough space to get things done. And I show up, this house is like, it's hard to describe. Like, it's a big mansion, but all the furnishings are like a grandma put them there. It's like all these horrible, like, old fucking, like, the worst aesthetic couches you can imagine. And just like...
Like the couches nobody buys at the thrift store?
Yeah. But they have that distinct, like, grandma flair to them.
Grandma flair.
And, like, that was kind of off-putting. The whole place is the air is super dusty, so, like, allergies are activated immediately. It becomes a nightmare. It was a nightmare the entire time. And, like, they're giving me the tour, and I'm kind of like, what the fuck is up with this place? This place is kind of weird. And there's, like, as we go around, there's just, like, children's toys everywhere. At first, I assumed that someone had brought them. So I was like, why would these toys be here at the Radcon house? So I'm assuming that people brought these toys, but then there's just, like, more and more. And then there's one room that has, like, a crib in it or something, and, like, a baby crib mattress, and I'm just like, that's fucking strange. And then, like, everything has, like, the grandma furniture, and it's super sparse and white, but then there's, like, Chinese scrolls all over the walls, with, like, Chinese writing and, like, Chinese landscapes, and it's all these scrolls on all the walls. It's the only wall decorations anywhere, these Chinese scrolls. I'm like, okay, that's strange. So Chinese scrolls, we've got kids' toys, we got a weird mansion.
It's everything you need.
And then we go upstairs, and, like, there's the master bedroom, and it has, like, a nice master bathroom with an awesome bathtub and stuff. I was like, oh, this room's actually really nice. And then towards the back of the room, there's kind of a sub-room, and all that's in this room, it, like, doesn't have a door or anything, but there's just a tiny child-sized mattress that has, like, the kind of pee-proof sheets on it.
The pee-proof sheets.
And then there's a Bratz sleeping bag. Mm-hmm. As in Bratz, the little girl toy line.
Yeah.
A Bratz sleeping bag on this tiny, like, pee-proof mattress. And Nate was like, so I think this is gonna be your room. And I'm just like, no! Fuck no!
You're sleeping on the Bratz mattress.
Yes, we're gonna sleep on the child-sized Bratz pillowcase mattress. And I'm like, that's a little eerie. And then I started to get this feeling like this place is this is a pedophile rape dungeon. Like, this, you can feel the rape vibes coming through the walls. Vibes. It's just eerie, and, like, it feels like there's ghosts, and, like, the whole thing was just unsettling. And so I started sleeping on the couch downstairs, like, the only non-dusty couch. It was a pretty good couch. I was sleeping on the couch downstairs because I was like, fuck that room. That room up there is giving me crazy vibes. It's haunted as fuck. I'm not sleeping in that fucking room with the fucking Bratz mattress. More because of the vibes than because of the mattress. Like, the Bratz thing creeped me out, and I was like, I'm gonna get that the fuck away from me. But, like, the vibe of it was just like, this place is haunted as fuck. I'm not going up here. I'm sleeping downstairs on the couch. I'm not fucking with ghosts. I don't want to fuck with ghosts.
Victor, who doesn't believe in any paranormal,
yes,
is not fucking with ghosts.
Not fucking with ghosts. Not in that shit. I've determined, because in the end, like, we met the owner of the house, and it was like some Asian lady, and I'm assuming that this is a halfway house for human trafficking of Chinese children to the United States. That's the only logical explanation.
Yeah.
It's that they load the house up with little Chinese kids as they're being shipped to, you know, Chinese food restaurants and given to families. Yes. Or to be sold into, you know, human trafficking.
Or to be eaten.
It's a front for human trafficking. That was a Radcon mansion.
Nice.
What the fuck else can I talk about?
So is that why you thought it was haunted? Not because anything actually happened?
No, because children were raped there, yes.
Okay.
because it was full of kids' toys, and I got bad vibes, and therefore it's a rape mansion where they rape little children, and it's a horrible place.
Yes.
And there was like a million rooms, but it was all full of little kid stuff. It was a nightmare. Some of them were decorated with like kids' curtains and stuff. It was off-putting. It was quite strange. The showers were awful. They just like the shitty shower heads were broken. It's like half the water shooting at the wall. It's awful.
Nice.
Needless to say, I did not like the house very much.
Oh,
We didn't have much
that.
to eat the entire time. It was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I thought y'all had a food budget.
We had a food budget. It was just very sparsely used. I think we had like a couple dinners, and then like, you know, there was like pizzas ordered very late sometimes. And like they kept going grocery shopping but buying just like shit. Like
Just
illogical stuff, like go out and buy a bunch of boxes of cereal and they'd be gone by the end of the day because like all we had was cereal, you know? It's like we weren't buying logical things that would last anyone.
Not real food.
Then like Nate's mom had made like meatballs and fucking chicken salad for us, and like the meatballs were not good. They felt kind of undercooked, and I felt like I was being poisoned, and I felt like shit every time I ate them, and I just tried to cover them with red pepper flakes so they would have some flavor. Sorry, Nate's mom, who will never fucking hear this. I doubt Nate will ever even hear this unless someone tweets at him. But I'm sorry that your mom's meatballs were not very good. I tried. I ate 2 entire meatball subs, maybe 3. I just could not. I couldn't handle the meatballs. So the eating was not very good. We were not in Boston, Massachusetts, as I thought we would be. We were in Sharon, Massachusetts, which is right outside of Boston, and Sharon is a shithole. There's nothing there. Literally, you go and look for restaurants on your phone, and within like, you know, a 20-mile radius, all there is like basic fast food and like Five Guys and fucking Chinese food places, like takeout Chinese. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all there fucking is. So I had to like take out Chinese a couple times, and that's the only food I had while I was there.
God.
Besides just like whatever we could fucking scrounge together, or pizza. It's not good eating. I felt very bad the whole time. My allergies were going crazy. I always had a stomachache. Everyone had a stomachache the entire time we were there. Like everyone was fucked up. I know Conrad was fucked up the entire time. I thought we'd at least have fun drinking and stuff, but no one drank the entire time except for Conrad. And he was the only one willing to buy beer. I was like, okay, there was not much partying to be had. Not that it wasn't a fun time. I enjoyed Radcon 3, you know, to the extent that I can. But it was mostly just, you know, we're just working, we're doing ridiculously long lectures, and a million of them, sitting in uncomfortable stools, letting my ass hurt. But that, you know, that was Radcon 3. Just a bunch of dudes in a house, suffering and dying. Oh, everyone else had a lot of fun, and I just kind of, you know, rolled with it, rolled with the punches.
Like you do.
Did my job. I was like, yep. And then when we were going, it's like, well, I didn't feel like I really did much myself, but I was just here to help out, I guess. I just shot the lectures and tried not to fuck them up too bad. Ooh, it's so blue right now. Ooh. Blue. Hold it. He was not happy about me swiping at him. I don't know what else to say about Radcon.
Well, Victor.
Oh god, wait, the fucking end of Radcon was the most exciting part.
Oh.
The biggest story.
Oh.
Was the return home.
The return home. Yeah, you did have quite the eventful
Alright.
return
Let me
to
figure out where I'm
abode.
going first. Yeah. And then I'll tell the story. Let me find out where I'm... What were you about to say?
I was just gonna bring up a different topic, but if you
I
have...
see. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta tell the story the way home. I gotta find this guy. I'll initiate the cutscene.
Talk to the large man.
Okay. So, like, the entire time leading up to Radcon, I was under the assumption that it was ending on the Saturday, or that it would, like, end on the Friday, and then we all go home on Saturday, because the end, you know, I was thinking of Friday as the last working day, you know?
Right.
Like, you work Friday, you go home Saturday. I don't know how the fuck I thought of this, but I bought my plane ticket to go home on Saturday morning. Like,
Right.
first thing Saturday morning, because that was the final day. It turns out that we only had the house till Friday morning at 11, and then everyone was leaving Friday and parting ways. So I'm like, fuck, what the fuck am I gonna do? And then, like, Nate's like, oh yeah, you can stay with us. And he says that, like, a few days before Friday hits. And then on that Friday, we realize, like, Nate's like, oh yeah, what time is your flight? And I'm like, it's super early. He's like, you might have to get an Uber then from our house. And I'm like, okay. And then it's like, oh, it's because their house is actually an hour away from the airport, or like 45 minutes or something. So they don't want to have to wake up and take me to the airport super early. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I check to see how much an Uber would cost from their house to the airport, and it's like $100.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that can't happen. That's not gonna happen. What do I do now? And then I'm like, okay, maybe I can take an Uber from here to the airport and just stay in the airport all day. And I look that up, and it's like $100. Like, okay, so I can't do that. So I'm talking to Nate, and he's like, okay, we'll drive you to the airport, and then you can stay at the airport all day. And live there for a day. I'm like, all right, that's fine by me. And then we start driving towards the airport, and then I'm like, wait a minute, let me see if I can stay with Munchie, because he's going to Arm Retrieval Con, and I knew he was staying with his girlfriend at her parents' house, and that Hippo was going to stay with them for a night. And so I was assuming, like, okay, they don't have space for me, I'm not going to bother them. But now I'm like, okay, I don't want to spend an entire day in the airport, maybe I'll just hang out with them until it becomes nighttime. And then I'll go back to the airport. So I text Munchie, and he's immediately like, yeah, come hang out with us all day. So, like, that's great. And then me and Nate and Ben all hang out with Munchie, and Conrad was there for a little bit, and we all get lunch and have a fun time in Boston. And we basically do that most of the day. And then we go back to the room of, because we meet up with the arm retrieval guys. There was Steve and Munchie's friend Ethan. And then the other guy, I don't remember his name, but more on him in a bit. Because we're hanging out with these chill bros all day, and then we go back to their hotel room. And then, like, we take a group nap because everyone was super tired. And then Munchie's like, all right, I'm going to fuck off and go back to, you know, his girlfriend's dad's house and take Hippo. And Munchie's just kind of like, I guess you could stay here. Or you can go to the airport. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And then I'm like, all right, I guess I'll stay with these guys. You know, they were Vic and Hope fans. At least a couple of them. But I'm like, all right, these guys are chill. You know, we're just playing Smash Bros. And then there's the one guy, what's his face? And, let's see, we were hanging out, we're playing Smash Bros. He gave me that picture, which we later opened up, and it is amazing. So, bro, if you're listening right now,
describe the picture. It's beautiful.
It's a bunch of dudes on like skateboards and BMX bikes, like jumping, and they're all smiling, and it says.
But the thing is, the images of these guys are all like monochromed in green.
Yes.
So they're all like green, with the shading being like clear. It's beautiful.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It's quite awesome. And then it says, Victor, you are cool, and Hope, you're cool. That's two separate sentences in Comic Sans.
I love it.
Victor, you're cool, Hope, you're cool.
It's so good.
It's my favorite fucking thing in the world.
It's the best. It inspired Victor to make a fashion line.
I want to make a clothing line that is my face on the happy skateboard guy. And it says very clean, and that's the very clean clothing brand icon. It's the dude on the skateboard.
Yeah, but it's Victor's face photoshopped out.
That wouldn't, if I did eventually make Digibros shirts, that would not be a bad shirt. The Victor, you're cool, Hope, you're cool shirt.
It's pretty fucking good.
It's pretty hilarious.
It's amazing. I want to frame it and put it up somewhere.
It's definitely a classic.
It's so good. It made me so happy.
Anyways, I was staying with those guys playing Smash Bros. The dude bought us some pizza, and I had some pizza, and it was good. So thanks a lot. I appreciate the pizza. But then I was looking at the Uber stuff, and like the Uber prices were starting to go down from there, because like from there it was like $35 to go to the fucking airport, which is like 20 minutes away.
Right.
It's insane, these fucking prices. But that was like bad time of day pricing. So I see it dropping down to like $20. I'm like, okay, like it's probably gonna go up if I go in the morning because everyone's gonna be trying to go to the airport. So I should probably leave now while it's cheap, and then I can just stay in the airport overnight and sleep, and that's fine. So I do that, and I'm like, all right, see you, bros. You know, thanks for letting me hang out or whatever. And then I take the Uber to the airport, and then it turns out, because it's like 10 or 11 o'clock now, and it turns out that the baggage claim is closed. Yeah. Like, the baggage check-in is fucking closed. I didn't know that was a thing. I assumed that they were open 24 hours, you know, because people are coming off flights 24 hours, basically. So I assumed that the baggage would be open, and it is not. It is closed. So I'm like, oh, I am fucked. I can't get into the actual airport now. I'm stuck in the lobby. So I have like temporary fucking freak out meltdown texting Hope.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god,
Victor's,
I'm
like,
fucking
panicking.
so fucking pissed. Because I could have stayed with those guys overnight and got a good night of sleep on the floor, you know?
Yeah.
I could have at least slept.
Yeah.
And then gone in the morning. It would have been more expensive probably, but at least I would have got some fucking sleep. And, like, I would have charged all my shit, and I would have played Smash Bros. I probably would have had a fun time. But I was just, like, anxious, and I wanted to leave, you know, just to be at the airport on time and, like, to figure shit out. And that was a fucking mistake, and I deeply regretted it. And I had to, like, fucking collect myself, calm my ass, and, like, figure it out. And so I stayed in the airport overnight.
Yeah.
Which is fucking great. And it was, like, a little too cold to sleep. And, like, I couldn't get to sleep. Slept maybe 20 to 30 minutes at most. And then, like, at some point in the night, I was getting bored. And then I was like, you know, I need to get a video game. And I don't want to play any of the Switch games I have because I forgot Zelda. And I had Sonic, and that was a headache. I'm like, I don't want to play Sonic. So I'm like, oh, I'll buy Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So I go and I buy Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And then it's like, oh, it's going to take 3 or 4 hours to download.
Yeah.
Like, fuck! So, like, at that point, I tried to sleep until that was done downloading, but it wasn't happening. And then I found a spot in the airport where the Wi-Fi was better, so it would download faster, but it still took a while. So I didn't get any sleep overnight. And then I was going straight from that. Like, literally, my plan was fly back, you know, sleep in the airport, fly back, get back home at 9. Yeah, plane was supposed to land at 9. I hate that it doesn't let you walk close to the fucking Divine Beast. It's so stupid. Anyways, the plan was to get home at 9, spend 2 hours with Hope, so, you know, we could catch
up and hang out.
Spend some quality time together for a couple hours before I leave.
So we could talk and be cool, chill, bro.
So that we could talk. So that, you know, so that me and Hope could talk for a couple hours. That's why I wanted a couple hours.
Yeah. You missed hearing my voice.
So me and Hope talked for a couple hours. And then I had a 4-hour drive to Harrisonburg to shoot a documentary all day.
Yes.
So I went from... So in the night before, because we only got 3 hours of sleep so that we could, like, get out of the house for Radcon, because we were up all night doing shooting stuff. We sleep for, like, 3 hours. We clean up the house and everything so we could leave. Go straight from leaving to walking around Boston. We take a group nap for maybe 30 minutes, you know, at that hotel room.
Group nap.
And then I go to the airport, and then I can't sleep all night. Sleep maybe 20 minutes. Then I'm on an airplane. Sleep maybe 20 minutes on the airplane. And then I'm off the airplane. I'm back with Hope. We're talking it out for a couple hours.
We had a long talk.
And then I'm immediately in a car driving to Harrisonburg.
Right.
All in basically the same day for me.
Right.
All this shit is fucking happening. Where am I going? Okay, let me figure out where I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, let's just teleport here. Yeah. Yeah, all that's happening back to back. I drive maybe an hour up to Harrisonburg, and like my business partner is driving with me, and so at some point I'm like, dude, you gotta drive. I'm too fucking tired. I can't do it. So I try to nap basically the whole way to Harrisonburg. Maybe get a couple hours of sleep. Fucking shoot the stupid documentary. Go to fucking Olive Garden. Yeah, the Olive Garden was the same day.
Oh god.
So like we were shooting, and I am already dead fucking tired. Like, I am dying tired when we go to Olive Garden in the first place.
Before Olive Garden.
I've been fucking downing Red Bulls and shit all day, you know? Like, I got on a bad energy drink kick during the movie, And then during Radcon, I was drinking maybe 1 or 2 monsters a day. Like, probably 2 monsters a day. Because I would get any chance I could get to go to the store, I would buy monsters. And, like, stock them. So I was drinking energy drinks constantly and just fucking destroying myself. Just to fucking survive all this fucking working. So immediately after that, I'm up in Harrisonburg, do the Olive Garden, shoot this documentary. And then immediately after that, I come home with Hope again. The next 3 days, I'm shooting this reality show pilot that we're trying to do. Fucking did that for 3 days.
Yep.
And then yesterday, I worked another job. It was only like 4 hours, but I worked again. So I've just been working constantly, guys. Constantly. It's just, God, it's killing me. Now I have a day off now. Now tomorrow, I gotta go do a fucking meeting. I gotta figure out my taxes. So tomorrow won't be a great rest day. And then I'm jumping right back into it. Basically working every day for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe not. It at least won't be 12-hour days, but it's still working a fuckload.
It don't stop.
I'm a busy boy. And a lot of it's not paying, too.
Right, well.
I mean, and enough of it is paying well that it will be a pretty good month in April. At least, you know, from what is promised and what is expected. But, like, a lot of it's unpaid. And the more stressful stuff is unpaid. I'm going to do a short film. Going to do a music video. Going to do a documentary. Going to go shoot some kind of docu-reality show in DC. With Jeremy boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is this the intense guy you've been talking to?
Yes, this is an intense client guy. Or he's kind of like the director, and we're just like camera operators or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting paid. Jobs down the line, guys. Shit in the works. Victor is he's in full fucking force. He's reaching his stride. I'm getting into the swing of things. I'm finally becoming a full-time professional, like an actual full-time, you know, professional video boy. Up to this point, I've been a part-time, you know. Oh
God.
Yeah.
They got fucked.
You gotta blow up the slime boys. Red choose. Do you choose the choose?
Yes, very clever, Victor.
I do wish there was a way to reforge your swords in this game. Like, you have one that's going bad, and then you use, like in Monster Hunter, you use whetstones and sharpen them, and then they're good again. Like, I wish you could sit down and maybe, like, combine it with some stuff to forge the sword again, or, like, combine swords to make better swords, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you get all these mining minerals, and the whole time you're like, oh, maybe I'll forge weapons at some point. But you never do. Like, it would be pretty cool to forge weapons in this game. But, yeah, you know. They did their best, I'm sure.
It'll be in the DLC.
Yeah. Well, the DLC already happened. I don't
The
think
next
you can forge
DLC.
weapons. There you go,
You know,
yeah.
10 years from now.
Well, when they re-release the game.
Yeah,
as
it'll
a
be
Master's
HD
Edition,
remaster.
yeah.
Well, Victor, there is one thing that you could probably talk about if you wanted.
Oh, yeah?
You had you had some thoughts because you guys did the 100th episode of the PCP while you were at Radcon.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, no.
Nate shared his weird
I'm not
utilitarianism
ready.
ideas on unconditional love. And you had some opinions about that.
I'm not ready right now.
You not ready?
I can't do it. I forgot all about that. That was a good topic, though.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Yeah, I think I wrote it down, too. Forgot. I completely forgot. We'll get into that some other time.
Oh, okay.
Or later.
Put it in the back pocket.
Yes, in the back pocket.
Oh, his head! It went off the cliff!
I don't want to start cutting promos when I don't remember what's going on.
Okay.
What's our time at?
Hang on. 30 minutes.
All right, this episode's over.
That
was the Radcon episode. Look, we're on the cruise. We're on the journey. We're getting to the place. We're going to destinations unknown. Next time on Digibros.
That was a fart.
I will. My voice won't be as raspy.